what's harder, going skinny to jacked or fat to jacked? Personal opinion, I think going skinny to jacked is a lot harder. I had a recent collab with my buddy, Dleonn Real. He gets into it. He was someone who was super skinny and gained a lot of mass of really good muscle.
The amount of stress you got to put on your body to go from skinny to muscular, it's on another level. And on top of that, even when you're not even hungry, bro, you have to eat.
If you're big, you just really got to learn to stop eating, to learn how to kind of have portion control. However, when you're skinny, even when you don't want to eat anymore, you got to continue to eat and keep putting on protein and mass. So he gave his opinions on what is harder, of course, basically just talking about what he did, his story of why he began.
I used to get bullied in high school. You know, I was that skinny kid, couldn't even lift the bar. That got me to the point to where like, I need to change something. If it's getting stronger, getting bigger, I don't care.
Something that we got into is just Dleonn kind of speaking a little bit about his journey of why he started and the workouts that he did to really kind of push him past the brink. Physique's impressive, man, so let's get into it.
We've talked about it a little bit before. I always thought like going skinny to jacked was difficult. How many times a day did you usually eat? Did you eat like every hour, every 2 hours, every 30 minutes? Like
every 2 hours, bro.
Every 2 hours?
I was eating every 2 hours. And in between that, a spoon of straight peanut butter, like I said. Sometimes the hardest part is not eating, but finding the time or making the time to eat because we have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
You know, so I find that as another challenge I had to overcome.
Like what's the cheat code if you just can't eat? Like I know some people like they have trouble with it. They might feel like throwing up.
Something that really helped me bulk up a lot was eating first before I drink. Just eat your meal first and then drink whatever you have. That should help you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you said you were talking about peanut butter earlier. Did you just throw peanut butter in every meal that you had?
Straight peanut butter and bread, bro. Sometimes I just eat the peanut butter straight up. You know,
peanut butter's good,
by
dude.
any means. No, I agree with you.
So Dleonn was speaking a little bit about how he ate every 2 hours. I agree. Even when you're cutting, you want to eat every 2 or 3 hours because you need energy. It just depends on also what you eat. He also mentioned that he ate a spoonful of peanut butter with that every single time. So he was adding even more calories. If you're cutting, I'm sorry, can't be doing that. But eating in portions, like you're eating different stuff, you're substituting for different things. So, you know, in my personal journey, as I was eating, like instead of eating like that Bimbo's sweet white bread on everything, you got to get like maybe the keto bread, less carbs, less calories, a little bit more protein in there. I also asked him a little bit about weighing his food and measuring the food and things like that. He said if you're skinny, growing, it can work to your favor, just eating. Which I'm very jealous of. From what my experience was when I was losing, like you got to track, man. You got to weigh different stuff. I'm not going to say it's impossible. People have done it, but it is very difficult to hit your goals and what you want, not knowing exactly what you're eating and how you're eating, because you can overeat by accident. An extra 5 or 10 calories might not kill you because you're doing cardio, but an extra 100 or 200 can come from anywhere. Just back to the point of just eating every 2 hours, I would say the same thing. I used to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours, but my meals were a little bit less, of course, portion controlled. I had it already packed of what I was gonna eat. It was not just like, okay, I'm gonna have all of this and then pick from here. It was already ready to go. I already knew how much I was eating. It was already in my fitness pal measure, ready to go.
I've never been in that skinny stance, but I know bulking, a lot of people get scared because their physique changes. It might turn pudgy, it might turn fat.
Right.
Did you have that kind of, like, did you lose your physique? Did you lose like the given abs that were there, or like the skinniness? Like what was the physique like as you were bulking?
When I first started working out, my goal wasn't to bulk. I was going for more of the aesthetic look. I just wanted abs. I wanted to look shredded. I wanted to feel better about myself because it was an insecurity. You know, when I started to feel better about myself, I transitioned it over and wanted to get stronger. So I started focusing on heavier weightlifting.
Yeah.
Less reps, more weight, less reps, more weight. That really took me to the next level as far as growing in size. But the most important takeaway here, going from skinny to strong, is time under tension and focusing on that muscle hypertrophy.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really need to focus as much on the strength factor, like lifting heavy, as much as you do for time under tension. Time under tension is what you need to do, and eat the right amount of protein.
So everybody's got different goals. Everybody's got different things that they're attacking. So me personally, like I didn't want to just lose weight. I wanted to recomp my entire body. Like I wanted to be ripped. I wanted to be jacked while having like big muscles. I know Dleonn the same thing. Like he didn't want to just grow and be a bigger guy. Like he wanted to have that definition. I remember he went into a little bit about saying like first it started off about being cut and being ripped, and then he started seeing the muscles come out and he's like, I like this. So it depends on the goals. I know a lot with training and my experience and just people I've talked to and people I've worked out with. when you're a little bit on the bigger side trying to cut, you want to do more of, I wouldn't say a cardio-based workout, but you want to do a little more volume to form the muscle. So you're doing a lot more higher reps. I'm not saying do lightweight where it's very easy, but you want to do it a controlled weight that you can get, 12 to 15 reps. People might disagree, that's fine. I did it, I experienced it, so I went through it. Somebody who is on the smaller end, 15 to 12 reps, you don't want to do as much. You want to lift heavier weight. You're probably not going to lift a lot of weight for 15 reps. You're going to lift a lot of weight for maybe 6 to 8 reps of really getting those reps all the way through, squeezing at the top. Like that last rep is just like barely getting up there and you're getting all the way through. I know Dleonn I spoke about, we'll probably show a clip in just a minute, but I know he spoke about his wrestling coach, he was making him do like bench press 3 times a week. I know for you might say like, oh, that's a little excessive, whatever. I know for legs, whenever I started hitting legs to grow my legs, I hit them like 2 or 3 times a week, like really growing squats. Like you've seen people do that kind of stuff. So it's like it depends on the goals of what you want and what you're looking for, but the way you're training is important as well. Bottom line, no matter how you're training, you want to push past your uncomfortable and brink. No matter if you're doing a lot of reps or a little bit of reps, you want to push hard and you want to work hard and you don't want to leave anything on the table. But you also want to know what your goals are. So if you're trying to grow, doing 15 to 20 reps doesn't seem ideal. You want to do a lot more weight. If you're trying to lose a little bit, maxing out 315 every time you go, it's not really as beneficial for you than doing a lot more reps and doing a lot of different types of variations to really make that chest or those arms or those legs cut.
Yeah. You played sport. I'm sure you played football, basketball. That's what I did through high school. I mean, guys who lift are usually always playing athletics.
That's a good topic right there. Actually, I stopped playing football because I was too skinny and too small.
Dang.
Yeah, I remember this guy, he came up and trucked me, bro. Both legs came up off the ground. At that moment, I knew it was time to find something else. I'm done with football, man. I'm too skinny.
It was What was the turning point in your life, man? What made you be like, bro, I'm
glad you asked that question.
So but let me touch a little bit. I know it's like, okay, yeah, I got made fun of, whatever, but everybody kind of does. What was that like, bro? I need to change.
Okay, so actually, I used to get bullied in high school. Yeah, and that's actually that got me to the point to where like I need to change something. If it's getting stronger, getting bigger, I don't care. I got to do something, bro. Yeah. And at that point, that's when I actually started lifting weights with my coach back in the sophomore year in high school. Sometimes when you don't believe in yourself, you need that extra push.
Yeah.
And my coach was there to say, hey, man, you got one more in you. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. That alone helped me get to the next level, bro.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach really had us pushing bench press a lot, bro. Bench press, bench press, bench press. We did that at least 3 times a week. Strong compound lift right there. Hits more than one muscle group, so it was a good way to grow in size.
I know me personally, I was spamming cardio I had to hit cardio every single day, 20 to 30 minutes. I personally do like incline walking, so I walk at 3 speed, 3.5, but just same consistent heart rate the whole time, burning.
Right.
Somebody who's bulking, a lot of times you hear in that sense, like, don't do cardio. You don't want to burn too many calories. You don't want to lose your calories. Did you do cardio as you were going through your journey?
Okay, so going from skinny to strong, I did not do cardio. Cardio was not my focus. I wanted to expend my energy more on just lifting weights,
weightlifting,
and growing in size.
So I'm a very big preacher on cardio. If you're fat going to jacked, you have to do it, man. You got to get up there. You got to put on an incline, man. Put it on like 9 incline, 2.5, 3. Grow yourself on the incline, grow yourself on the speed. If you're running or borderline jogging, it might be a little too fast. You don't need to go crazy and sprint for 20, 25 minutes or an hour. Just incline walking, really burning. And don't hang on, for the love of God, don't hang on to the machine. It's gonna tell you like, oh, how many calories you're burning. It's not accurate. Don't worry about that. Worry about power walking all the way through, getting tired, breathing heavy at 5 or 6 minutes and going all the way through 20, 25 minutes. You're gonna be burning 250 to 350 calories in between there. A good thing that I go based off of is like 220, think of that, subtracted by your age, and that's where you want your heart rate at. When you're going fat to jacked, cardio is not gonna hurt you, man. Continue to go, keep going, do all that kind of stuff, but as long as you're eating right. I can't say this enough. Hit it hard and hit it with intensity and hit it with intention.
That's some good work, bro. Appreciate the tips. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, bro. Feeling pumped, feeling jacked.
Yeah. Well, man, I always like to leave off, dude. There's always something I always like to ask whoever I collab with, whether I'm collabing or they're collabing with me.
Yeah.
If you can go back to your beginner self whenever you first started out, like you made the decision, like, I want to be jacked, I want to be ripped. If there's one thing you can go back to him for about 5 minutes, what would you want to tell him?
Man, if I can go back and tell myself something, just tell myself it's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with being skinny. You know, because I really took it, and it hit me in the mental really hard when I was young, growing up.
Yeah.
So if I can go back and tell myself something, it's okay.
That's good,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's good. It's always good. I like how you pointed that out, man. It's always like, yes, you can always be better. Yes, you can always work for something more. But B, it's okay where you're at because you're always somewhere for a reason. Maybe you're learning something, you're doing something for whatever reason. You were skinny for a reason, I was fat for a reason. Maybe because I needed to get jacked and teach people, or maybe because you had to get jacked to teach people, whatever it was.
I agree with you,
There's
bro.
a reason why you were there.
Right.
So, man, that's always good, bro. But, man, last time, go ahead and spit out your YouTube and your Instagram.
Dleonn 2 Real, Instagram, YouTube, Dleonn Bennett.
And of course, we got Villa Lifts _ on Instagram. But, bro, it's been a great lift. It was great lifting with you, bro. Actually, first time we actually met, like in person. We've just been like supporting each other on Instagram, and now we're like, bro, let's get some videos in, man. So,
Guy,
man,
it was nice connecting with you today, bro.
yes, sir.
Hit
That
me
was
up
a
and try
crazy
and do it
dap.
again.
Had a great time with Dleonn, man. My top takeaways, we'll start from the skinny to Jack's side. Gotta eat. Gotta eat more than what you're comfortable with. Continuing to eat. He said you gotta just eat like a pig, basically. You just eat whatever, however. He also said eating a gram of protein per body weight. I would even up it a little bit, even maybe eat 2 or 3 grams per body weight as you grow. My other takeaway from Dleonn was just really training with intensity and training a lot of weight and pushing past that brink as well. And maybe training a singular lift more than twice a week. Maybe hit it 3 times a week. I know a lot of programs and things we're accustomed to maybe hitting twice a week. Man, throw that in that extra set every other day, just to kind of get an extra emphasis on whether it be arms, whether it be bench, whether it be back. And the third takeaway that I would get from Dleonn is really having that time under tension of really focusing on continuing to control the weight and see exactly what you're squeezing, exactly what you're pushing to help you grow the muscle the best way that you can. Fat to fit takeaway. Number 1, you gotta learn to put the fork down, man. You gotta eat less. From somebody who's done it, measure your food, know exactly how much you're eating. You gotta really decide what you want. Do you want to lose the weight? Do you want to get the girl? Do you wanna be jacked? Do you wanna have the abs? Ask yourself, if you're looking at that cake, do you really want it that bad or do you want the cake? Second takeaway is while you're training, same thing. You wanna have that volume. You really wanna, time under tension, yes, but a little bit more of pushing past that uncomfortableness of like when you get to 12 or 13 reps, you're gonna get to 15 no matter what. It's not that as much weight as you're accustomed to, so really push past it. Even when you're getting tired, push past that little bit. I always say when you get to a point where you're about to stop and you feel like you wanna stop and your brain's telling you to stop, do an extra 2 reps. Stay at the top. Let's say you're doing bench, take a couple breaths, knock them out. Don't rack it. Third takeaway for the fat to fit, man, it just comes back really to number 1. You gotta decide what you want and how bad you want it. If you really want to get that physique, if you really want to get rid of those man tits, you really want to get rid of those love handles, you really want to get around the fat around your legs, man, you really got to lock in. My personal Villa Lift state is 90% is diet, 10% is training. 10% you want to give your all while you're in there training. The 90% of the diet is dialed in, continuing to go. Little add-on, a little honorable mention to my top 3. Crap, I had it. Hold on, it's coming. Honorable mention, I just had it. I'm blanking right now. It's good, I swear it's good. Dude, it was good, dude. Hold on. I want to say it because I said it the other day and I was like, oh, that's a good word. Oh my gosh, dude. Stay consistent. That's the biggest thing I could say. Stay consistent and stay in the course as you continue to work. Tweak it little by little, but I'm telling you, don't just hit something for 4 weeks and then you don't see anything. You're like, oh, I gotta stop. I can't do it. This program sucks. Dude, stay on. As long as you're staying consistent and you're staying accountable to yourself, you're not going out on the weekends and drinking a bunch of drinks and eating a bunch of crap you don't need and adding calories. Oh, the weekends don't count. I can eat this cake and it's not gonna matter. It does matter. Your body's gonna know Monday when you're hitting chest or when you're hitting legs. Stay consistent, stay with it, and keep going. That'll be all.